can't imagine a single reason why. If there's, I guess maybe we could talk about top badge requirements. What do you think? Is there anything at all that might possibly be on your mind? No, I know why you're here. I know why you're here. And luckily, we're in good company because we are together still as a community where we can hear this information, be together and discuss it in an official capacity. Talk about in a way where the message is being delivered to you directly from the platform, not being reshared through an Instagram post, not through a meme, not through hearsay, not through a chat. This is the way to do it. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and talk about our normal rundown things to begin with, because we know what it is that is on the top of everyone's mind. And we have a very special guest for that today. But just to begin with, to go over for some housekeeping stuff, this is the first rundown of 2024. And I hope that you've had a fantastic break, whether it was virtually, with family, here, there, somewhere else. It is particularly special that we can have a community like this to do things like this. But for the first things to remind you, as always, requirements for top badge. Searchable name, right up there at the top, Top Streamer Official, written in standard keyboard font. You want to make sure it's alphanumeric. Super important that you can do that so you can be discovered. The next deal, 5 million diamonds. You'll notice up here at the top, we've got 19 million written out. You want to use the metric of 5 million diamonds to be your meter. Once you hit that 5 million diamonds, you've hit that minimum requirement. 5,000 favorites. You'll notice up here at the top, 19,000. Once you've hit 5,000, that is the minimum requirement that you need to go for. Earning at a rate of 250,000 diamonds per week. Why is this in place and why do we have that? That's because earning at a rate of 250,000 tells us that you have the ability to maintain that top badge. Top badge is an exclusive program that has a high vetting process. Many factors are considered, not just your monetization, not just how long you've been streaming, not just how many favorites you have. So this is not just a race to see who has the most diamonds and gets a top badge. However, it is part of it because it shows us that you have the support. Earning at 250 tells us that you can maintain it. Last bit here, engaging and appropriate content. This means that you've read the terms of service, the code of content policy, that you're not going live accidentally breaking the rules. So now that we've laid out the foundation, you've heard me say that it's a rundown. We're doing the formal housekeeping before we have our good friend Jim hop up in the box. The next deal, the subscriptions are still going on, and it's near the end of the subscription contest. For this contest, it is going to be based upon the number of unique subscribers that you have. First ever type of contest like this. This is the first iteration of what subscriptions look like. Right now, you have access to subscriber families. You have access to a badge that changes over time. So the earlier that you subscribe to someone, the more it changes over time and gives you more features, as well as subscriber-only chat so that you can connect with your most avid followers and get that one-on-one connection. So a lot more features to come and many things that are changing with it, but that is the beginning of it for you. In addition to the subscription contest, we also have our weekend-long contest, 1.4 million diamonds up for grabs, 50 spots up for that. Giftmas has wrapped up, pun intended. However, I'm here to say that the favorite, I'm biased, my all-time favorite gift of all time, there is no better gift. The Goose Gift is back. It's come out from the vault. The OGs know about it, and there's a secret bonus. It's not just sending you Riz. It may come with a diamond, and it may give you a little extra love. So be sure to send a goose to someone. There's challenges as well that have incorporated the goose, so make sure you check out that. As far as contests go, we know that we took a break over the holidays, but we're going to highlight last weekend's contest. We had the New Year party contest. So let's go over the last 3 days of that contest. We'll do the top 10 spots. So in 10th place, we've got Robin. In 9th place, McKinley. This is for day one of the New Year party. 8th place, Guy Farrow. 7th place, Miss J. 6th place, Missy. 5th place, Joanna. 4th place, Good Listener. Your top 3 for day one of the New Year party. In 3rd place, we've got Jay. Congratulations, Jay. In 2nd place, oh, Jay, I'm sorry. I didn't do you justice. Earning 2,153,000. I take off 2 weeks, what goes on? Jay, congratulations. Coming in the number 2 spot with 2,253,000 diamonds is Marty Party. And in first place with 2,997,000 diamonds, we have Damn Daniel. Congratulations, Damn Daniel, on taking down that number 1 spot. For day 2 of the New Year contest, we have Minta in the 10th place spot. In 9th place, Jenny, Queen of Dragons. 8th place, Pia Sen. 7th place, we have Marcus's queened up. 6th place, Dev. 5th place, Frenchie's right something. It's italicized, very long. 4th place, we have Big Country, your top 3 for the New Year Party contest. In 3rd place, with 1,895,000 diamonds, Marty Party. Congratulations, Marty. In 2nd place, with 2,246,000 diamonds, Good Listener. Good Listener. And in 1st place, with 2,290,000 diamonds, Jay. Congratulations, Jay, on taking down day 2 of the contest. For day 3 of the New Year's Party, a lot of winners here. In 10th place, Panda. 9th place, Brody. 8th place, Dev. 7th place, Pia Sen. 6th place, Jenny, Queen of Dragons. 5th place, Beautiful Blessings. 4th place, Good Listener. Your top 3 for day 3 of the New Year's contest. In 3rd place with 1,715,000 diamonds, Jay. Congratulations, Jay. In 2nd place with 1,906,000 diamonds, Kiki. Congratulations, Kiki. And in 1st place with 1,955,000 diamonds, Marty Party. Congratulations, Marty Party. Congratulations, Jay. And congratulations to Damn Daniel, all taking down your respective days of those contests. All right, so now that we have some formalities out of the way, this week has definitely been a lot. This week has had a lot of information, a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. We've all had them. We're all part of this community. We all feel it. For the topic today, for the most clarity, there's one person that comes to mind. There's one authority and one person who has the insight who, since I started streaming back in 2018, before I worked with this platform, before I earned my top badge as a streamer, there was someone I looked up to and who has been an influence, and we're so happy to have him here today to help guide us and talk about what's going on today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the box my friend, Mr. Commander-in-Chief, the boss man, Jim B. Welcome to the show.
What's going on? Chris, you said it's been a busy week on the app. Did I miss something?
Jim, I think some new gifts came out, something like that.
Well, I see a lot of people in here, a pretty good number for the rundown, and I see my name flying by. Guys, just like at Live Fest, it's great to see all of you, and I'm happy to come on today. Well, bittersweet today in part 2 to come on and kind of talk through some things that have been going on and set the record straight from how I see it, and you could, go from there.
Sure.
Thought I'd give a little history too before I even do that. Chris, we've been doing this a long time. Meet Me launched video in 2017, which you think about, it's a long, long time ago. And we've seen all kinds of apps come and say they're going to change the world of streaming and come and go, and Bacocha and Livid and Live Me and YouNow. And I mean, there's a list, right, of people that just have tried this. It's very hard, and I'm very proud of what we've built here, first off. I still say, we're not the biggest. We have built the best community of live streamers anywhere on the planet. I'll put that up against anybody of the way we build a family and whatnot. Then in 2020, we opened the network up and let other apps come in. POF joined the network. Chispa, BLK, they've come over time. We had a contract. And by the way, it's been a very successful relationship. Very much enjoyed everything that we've done, the interactions I've had with POF. Guys, a lot goes on behind the scenes. I was always at the center of it. It's been a great relationship in my point. And at some point last year, they notified us they wanted to cancel the contract. It was no surprise to us, guys. We knew one day this day would come. I think it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it's going to happen. And again, zero surprise there, and do nothing but wish them the best. And we've been planning on how to communicate this. There was no real contractual tie-up about talking about it. We just wanted to communicate it at the same time so that it's best for all of our people. And now we're going out and we'll tell you guys how it's going to work. we're going to separate on January 22nd, I guess is the date. You'll go in and you'll either be on the Puff app or you'll be on the Meet Me Scout app. And when I say Puff, by the way, I include Chispa and BLK. I don't mean to let you guys out there. And when I say Meet Me, sometimes I count Scout and Suze and everybody else who's on the network. So we'll separate it. But remember, guys, the Meet Me Scout network is still a very, very big network. And if you think about it, we've had a track record of continuing to bring in new apps. So that still remains my goal, is to build a great platform for streaming with more users so that there's just always a new flow of people coming into the app. And like I said, I'm super proud of what we built. I believe it's such a strong network. I look at longtime people. We're talking about 7-year streamers like Char and Holly and George and Turk and Missy and Vodka. Now, I hate saying names because I leave people out, but you guys were the backbone of what's here and helped all these other new people come in and do great things. And we really appreciate all you've done. And I want to say this and not miss this because it's important. I want to thank all the POF streamers.
Absolutely.
You know, when I say we are the network of some of the best streamers in the world, POF is a big part of that. You know, I pulled a report that shows who I gift the most. POF's all over it. Riot was still, what Riot did when he came on the scene here was incredible. Used to mess with Riot and Panic all the time. I don't see him as much. When Role Model was up and coming, I gifted Role Model all the time. Shaquille's high on my list. And HJK, if you've ever stopped in Hannah's stream, not about big numbers, but just has a great time. So it's really all of us coming together. I mean, you know this. I've always been team network, right? There was a purpose there. I feel like we do better when we all work together and it's one big network. I think you saw a lot of team POF, and that was intentional, and that's fine. I never was team Meet Me. I've always team Meet Me, but I was team network first because I want to make sure that everybody feels like this is a great app. So that's where I was. And I want to clear up one other important thing too, guys. Jim B still works for the Meet Group, okay? I get a check from the Meet Group. I talk to Thomas multiple times a day. Chris and I connect. I'm still a part of Meet Group. Yes, it's true. I've been a startup CFO my whole life. I've had a lot of jobs, and something else came my way this year, and I took another opportunity. But part of leaving was that I had to still retain the work that I do to support this network. So my role is very different, and how I interact with the company is different than how I interact with the app. But nothing is changed about how I work with the Meet Group and what I do with the app. You saw me at Live Fest. You'll see me at Live Fest next year. I'm at Meet Me as long as they're going to keep me around. So just want to clear that up. And people have known that, so it's unfortunate I've seen other admins saying that I don't work for Meet Me because that's widely known that I do, and my role has just changed. So anyway, I want to make sure that's clear. All right, so let's get to some points that everybody wants to know. I know there's been a lot of questions. I want to make sure I get all this right. So, you know, first off, people on other networks, you've worked very hard and you've earned a lot of status and you've built some great things and you're part of these leaderboards and you know, should be forever. So it'd be sad to lose that. So there's good news. If you choose to, you don't need to lose any of that. So for informational purposes of how this works, if you're from another network, you need to email meetmevip@themeetgroup.com. Okay? meetmevip@themeetgroup.com. Just send us an email with your name and say you'd like to keep your account. We're going to reply with a form and ask you for some information. And once that's done and everything's provided, you're going to have your account back. And what does that mean? Here are the specific things that will be in your account. It's basically everything. Lifetime diamonds, your diamond balance, your streamer points or SP, your viewer points or your XP, your streamer level, your viewer level, your top or VIP badge if you have one, your inventory, you keep all your inventory, your battle wins, you'll remain on the Meet Me and Scout leaderboards, and if you're on someone else's leaderboard, you'll stay on their leaderboards. Your favorites count, your favorite list, you keep all your favorites. Your block list, you keep all your blocks, and if you have a level 100 custom gift, you keep that as well. So you keep everything. You worked very hard. Why lose it? It's a very simple process. If you don't do that, you will disappear from the leaderboards effective in later January after the switch happens. So Meet Me VIP at themeetgroup.com. I'm sure we'll have more about that email, and you can find that from other places.
Jim, if we may, I'd like to reiterate that all one more time. Over this past week, that has been such a talking point. So many opinions, so much information flying back and forth, frankly, misinformation about what people are able to retain during this process, and especially on that point of your favorites and being able to be connected to that actual authentic account in that favorite process, along with leaderboard placement. Those are two things that have come up a lot this week, and I'm happy that you're able to clarify that. Yeah,
that's important. And I want to make sure too, Meet Me and Scout people, this is a question. If there's a user from another network who doesn't choose to stay in the app, what happens to your leaderboard? Anyone, guys, people get deleted off the app all the time, or they leave the app. Your boards don't change. So your diamond count stays the same. Your favorite count stays the same. They don't go backwards. You may not see that person the way you did before, but your counts don't change either way. There's not going to be any leaderboard shuffling because of people that choose to either come back or not come back. That'll all stay the same. Okay, that's very important. Really, Meet Me and Scout users, there's no impact to your accounts. We're gonna look a little different, but everything that you're used to seeing, you're going to see. Nothing will change when it all happens. And one other topic, Chris, that's come up a couple times, the economy, economics. Guys, we watch our competitors all the time. And for the first time, I have to think of POF now as a friendly competitor. And we'll both be out there doing great things, I'm sure. But, when we see a competitor do something cool or change their economy, where it's more beneficial to be on one app than another, we generally do things to make it equal. Like we wouldn't lose to a friendly competitor or any competitor over some small change in the economy or tiers or however it might get done. So I think you could think of it as changes that you see, again, in any competitor. We're generally going to match that or get our economy to it, because we'd never want to lose people over some small change in the economy or how the business side of this works. So that's something else that's probably on some people's minds as well, where it's going to be better to stream. Guys, most of the apps out there today, it's pretty equal across all of them when you do the math of how diamonds work, conversion works, cash outs works. There's slight differences, and there'll always be some differences. But for the most part, a lot of those things are going to stay close. Okay, Chris, I don't know if there was any other. I'd like to say one more thing before we're done, but if there's any more specific questions you want to ask me, or I could answer. I think those are ones some people have sent in to me, and then I've tried to address, and I hope that clears it all up.
Well, I think the message that you've given is just a message of confidence. And that's really what it is. An unfortunate time. As you said, these are our friends. It's not, in my view, an exciting prospect, an idea that we will not be together in the same way. We, as a group, are collectively a community. And the confidence in knowing that the work that you've done over years in this community, it's scary, and I get it. As someone who streamed myself, these are the exact questions I would have. But knowing that I would have an option to retain everything that I had worked for, especially in the capacity that I had seen it and understood it in the same place, same community, that would be a relief, and it is a relief.
Yeah, it's funny, Chris, and I'll echo what you just said there and kind of close with it. But guys, I love this network more than you guys can maybe know. Some of you know me a little personally, know kind of how I feel about it. But I and our whole team have worked very hard to give you guys the best platform to stream anywhere in the world we could, and that was our focus exclusively. And it's hard work, but I loved doing it. I have no plans on going anywhere. And I really don't want to make sure people understand why I love it. We spent a lot of time, a lot of these questions are about top badges and transfer and upgrades and diamonds and benefits, and those are critical, by the way. Those are the people that really make this work and allow it to work. But it's also about the 90% of you guys out there who aren't top badges, who aren't VIPs, who make, but you're our friends, and you're here because you love the app and you've built a family and you spend hours and weeks and months of your time. It's amazing how much some people spend on this app, but it's because we've given you a tool to connect with friends and family. And that's what's so important too. It's the Ohana. It's the 5-way group chats where it's not about gifting. They just want to catch up on their day with people all over the world. Thomas and I say something all the time when they say, what's your job? And we say our job was to change people's lives. Like this app has unquestionably changed my life. I know I've heard from so many of you that it's changed your lives. That's what I'm going to keep focusing on, is building a great place for people to come, meet new people, impact their life in a better way, because I really think that's what it is. That's my plan, is to keep building that great place for all of you. And I'm going to do that, as long as I'm here. And don't believe the rumors. That's a great point, guys. There is a lot, and I try not to look, but the comments go by. I just want to give you guys what the story is, and you're going to stream at the best place, wherever it's best for you. You're going to go stream, and we lost people to other apps over the time. They end up going to live it and coming back, but you're going to stream wherever it's best for you. Just know that I'm out here building the best place, so that I think I can give you the best place to stream for you. That's my entire focus, and I love all of you who've streamed, and it is a little bittersweet if we lose some of you, and I wish you well, and stay in touch.
Definitely. Well, Jim, it was an excellent recap. I know that the main questions that I was seeing in the community were answered there, especially around diamonds, around favorites. What can we look forward to? Something that comes up a lot is what happens behind the scenes. Are there changes, improvements? How do we look forward? How does the app stay exciting, and how do we position ourselves to stay friendly, competitive, as you put it?
You know, Chris, this isn't coming new, but look at subscriptions. It was a great new product, right? I mean, I think it's something I know we've heard from so many of you over the years. Why can't we have subscriptions? You know, having subscriptions. So it's about constant product development and innovation, and finding new ways to just give you guys the tools that make this a better place for you. Those won't stop. You know, we've got a battle royale trial that I think is coming up in about 2 weeks. Those battle royales have become quite legendary. We're going to have one of those soon. It's about the live events. For those of you who came to Live Fest, those keep just getting better and better. But it's really just about, Chris, you know, it's not about anything we build. It's about all of the people that come here and use the tools we've given in the way that they do. Like, it's funny. We build things and think they'll be used one way, and people find another way to make it their own. And that's what this is really about. It's, you know, same thing with your shows. You don't come up with the ideas. People come to you with great ideas. And like I said, Meet Me, POF, Scout, you built so many shows over the years, Chris. I don't know what you're into. But, you know, it's what we do and what we love to do, and we're not going to stop doing that.
Yeah. Something I kind of felt like I was picking up there too is no matter what feature you can build, it's still the people that make it.
Yeah,
it's
that's my point. Yeah,
the people that make it.
And we build things we think we work, and they don't, and then we build things that we think are something little and they're huge. So it's really hard. And you know, and again, we look at competitors a lot. That's how a lot of this comes out. If you look at the apps across the space, they all have very similar tools. It's how can you make things on the fringe that are a little bit better? And to me, the community is what about this app is by far and away the best. And it's when you look at the Live Me's and the Pacochas and the Livets and the ones that really weren't able to stick, to me, that's what has been missing. And I think we've done a good job by focusing on Team Network and everybody being a part of it, from the best top streamer and Marty. You know, I gift Marty, but I gift everybody too. How I've always looked at it is that those people are important, no matter what you do and who you are in the app. And that's how we'll continue to approach it.
Yeah, I mean, in the 7 years, there's been a lot of apps. It cannot be understated how many apps there's really been. But luckily, we were able to find our ways to this one, no matter it was through a partner or that you signed on organically through Meet Me, Scout. We're thankful that you were here and you have helped make this community in these past 3-4 years what they've been.
Yep. Well, and I say it sincerely, thank you to the Meet Me and Scout people all the time. You guys know, lots of love. Maybe I guess now I will be Team Meet Me. But I've always been a part of Team Network, and that includes POF. And I want to thank all the POF people and Andre and Kate and Alex. In a while, you know, it's been an awesome relationship, and this day was probably going to come one way or the other. And you know, do what's best for you. My job is to continue to build the best place for you, and you evaluate where you're going to stream. But I wish you all the best, everybody.
Absolutely. Good people on both sides. Absolutely.
Chris, we got a nice crowd here. You know.
Any other feelings, thoughts that come to mind as we sunset this first conversation around the first major update regarding this change?
No, nothing else. You know, I'm looking at Friday at 3:30. I wish we were in Arizona and we could all go have a friendly cocktail right now.
Yeah.
I love coming on your show. I wish I wasn't on your show for this reason, but you know, need better admins. There we go. That's our problem. Yeah. So anyway, no, all I can say to everybody is I don't do this enough probably, but you guys are what makes this is I don't even get on the shows. You guys are better when you're the people on the show.
Well, thank you, Jim, so much for being here. Thank you for adding clarity. For those of you who have questions or have a response to what we've talked about today, Jim talked about the email address to address and send your questions to, or if you're thinking about sticking around, keeping your account, that's how you do it.
Yep. All right, guys. Bye, everybody. You're in good hands with Chris. So long. All
right. Definitely a different energy here today on the rundown. Conversations like this are never easy and never tough. You know, the prospect of change can be exciting. In this case, it's exciting. It's difficult. But the silver lining here is no matter what platform you are on and where you're streaming, it doesn't change or discredit the friendship and the connection that you've made. And that is truly and forever the best part of what makes streaming. I'm going way off script here. I've done this rundown, I've done the streaming thing for better part of 5-6 years now, and consistently the message that is echoed time and time again is the way that live streaming affects people is it finds a place where they find confidence, they find community, they find friendship, they find family. And family is that term that comes over. And so to my friends at Plenty of Fish that I've had the honor of interviewing in the box, whether you're here or you stay on Plenty of Fish, I wish you the best. We all wish you the best. We want you to do the best because you are what makes the platform. So I have confidence in what we have to offer, and I have confidence that I will still be seeing many of you. Until next week on the Rundown at Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, please stream with respect. Swing high when they swing low. Cheers, everyone.